Yo, what's going on everyone? Retrospective Dave here, back at you again with another video. I hope you all are doing well, and today's episode features the Air Jordan 3 in the red Cardinal colorway. Alright, so I was lucky enough to grab this shoe for retail off of the Sneakers app, and I just wanted to do an authentication video for you all who weren't so lucky to grab it for retail. So if you bought this shoe from an aftermarket website, or if you bought it from someone off the street and you're worried about the authenticity of your shoe, then this video is for you. Please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the shoe. All right, y'all, so the first thing I want you to notice is the differences in the shades of red that they use on the ankle collar and on the midsole. So in decent lighting, you'll be able to tell the difference between the two, whereas in the sock liner, it's more of a maroon or like a burgundy color. And on the midsole, you have more of a true red color. It's not as bright as true red, but it's closer to red than the shade of red that you see in the ankle collar. All right, and speaking of the inside of the shoe, you'll notice the sock liner here on the tongue. This neoprene material is pretty thick. And if you take your hand and put it all the way down into the shoe, this material extends all the way down to the toe box. Okay, if you focus your attention where the eyelets are right here, there's a portion of it that I call like the 4 big stitches. And you'll see on the threes that on the top portion right here, you have 3 or 4 big stitches up here at the top. And then all of the other stitches that go around are pretty much smaller, that like they kind of thin out. But right up top up here, you have 4 big stitches. Then it thins out all the way around. It's also like that on the other side as well. All right, so right here, again, you see the 4 big stitches up top, and then all of the threads thin out from that point on. All right, folks, taking a look at the sizing tag and back of the tongue. So I do want you to take note of the dates up here. Mine are June 15th to October 23rd. Your pair is gonna have different dates. That's like inevitable. Because these shoes were not made at the same exact time on the same day, but they were definitely made within the same time frame. So your dates may be a little bit different from mine, but as long as they're within that range, you should be okay. As for this part that says CN 300, okay, that long serial number that's right up underneath that says 0418JG. So that serial number is going to vary from shoe to shoe, not pair to pair, but shoe to shoe. So on my left shoe, this is this specific serial number, and on the right one is a completely different serial number. But the only commonality between the two is that they both start off with 04. So I don't know what your pair is going to look like. I don't know if all pairs start off with 04 and then go from there. But just double check your shoes to make sure that they have 2 different serial numbers from the left and the right shoe. All right, when you take the insoles out and you flip them over, you'll notice that the bottom of the insole is gray. It's not like a light blue that you see on some Jordans. I think that's only on the Jordan 1s. Most Jordan 3s that I've seen are actually gray on the bottom of the insole. But if you touch your insole, it should be like a fresh glue still, because it's like that on my right shoe as well. It's kind of sticky on this part right here. And also take note of how the insole looks. It looks very granular-like it has a granular look to it, kind of like a piece of rock. All right, folks, here's a shot of the inside of the shoe. It's pretty much a white floor bed with threading pretty much going all the way through. Also, if you notice here when I'm pointing the pin, there's some type of text or something going on right here that starts in the middle of the inside of the shoe, and it goes all the way up to the front where the toe box is. I'm not exactly sure what it says, and the only way I would know is if I cut that part and pretty much lift the floor bed, and I don't want to mess the shoe up, but definitely check for that as well. Some of you may have insoles that are glued all the way down, so you can't really pull it up as easily. I know my right shoe is like that, so I don't want to rip the insole, but if you can lift your insoles out of the shoe just to look for this portion here that I just pointed out, then definitely do so. All right, here's a look at the branding. So the Jumpman is actually somewhat painted on. It's a pretty durable material there. It's not like the Jordan 1 where it's like you put it on one time and that Nike branding goes away. So I think this Jumpman will pretty much stay in place as long as you're not playing like a lot of basketball in this shoe or something like that. If you're just casually walking, then I don't see the Jumpman going anywhere anytime soon. All right, and one last thing that I want to point out about the insole in terms of the shade. It's the same exact shade as the color of red that you see on the inside of the shoe or the sock liner. It's a different shade of red compared to the midsole. So you probably can't tell on camera because of the lighting. It kind of makes it look like it's lighter than it actually is. But it's pretty much the same shade of red when you compare the insole to the ankle collar. All right, also take note of the color of the box itself. So the box, the shade of red on the box actually matches the inside of the ankle collar as well. It's a little different from the red on the midsole that you see. So definitely match those colors up just to make sure that the inside of the shoe, that shade of red matches the red on the box. All right, when you open up the box and you're looking at the shoe paper, you have two different pieces of paper in there. You have the paper with the elephant print on it, and then you have another piece of paper in here as well that's just plain white. The paper with the elephant print has a different feel, a texture on the part where the elephant print is. It's more of a smooth wax feel, but it's not like super exaggerated. And on the bottom, you have more of a dry texture, but the plain white paper is pretty much uniform. It feels the same on both sides. All right, usually you'll see some stamps on the inside of the box, but with this particular pair, I do not have any stamps on my box at all. And there are none on the inside as well. No stickers, no serial numbers, no nothing. It's just a plain white box on the inside. And also when you flip the box over, this is pretty much all that you have underneath the box. None of this is a sticker, so it's all a part of the box. If you live in a different country, like I've seen some boxes in China that may have some stickers on the bottom that have come from actual retail stores, but they just have a different way that they do things over there with the stickers. But in the US, all of the boxes pretty much look like this. All right, and last but definitely not least, you have the sizing tag that's on the outside of the box. So the color description is white, light curry, cardinal red. If you rub your thumb across the barcode, like going vertical, you can actually feel the lines a little bit. They're a bit raised on the sticker. All the rest of the text here, some subtle areas, it's very subtle that you'll be able to feel some of the text that is on the sticker itself, but you can definitely feel it if you go vertical across the barcode. All right, folks, and that'll do it for today's video on the Air Jordan Cardinal 3. This is a very simple silhouette, so it really wasn't much to point out, but the stuff that I did point out, I hope I was able to give you some sort of reassurance or validation when authenticating your pair at home. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to put them in the chat because other people may have similar questions or concerns. Also, reach out to me on IG. I do try to answer as many messages as possible when I can. I try to answer all of them, so if you have any questions beyond this video, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be sure to get back to you. Until then, you all stay fresh, blessed, and free of stress. My name is Retrospective Dave, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.